left. And then, then nature happens every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can get right with that. But I can't just walk away if I know it's going to be ripped to shreds.
He didn't. I'll let nature happen, but I don't want to watch nature happen.
Right, exactly.
So he rushes those guards off, and they each take half of the dead mother with them. And with that said, I think it's time for another break. We need another beer. So we'll be back right after this. So Richard holds his arms out to the baby, and it rushes into them, sobbing as he just cuddles it and holds it and, like, reassures it that everything's okay after just seeing his mother torn into bits.
Real movie moment. Well, the thing can't have much of a short-term memory, is it then? Because, like, wait, aren't you the guy that just killed my mom? If somebody broke into your house, killed your parents, and then came to your room and was like, I'm sorry that happened, buddy. Jeez, come here, and started giving you a hug, like, you're not making me feel any better.
Now, this is a thought that Richard has, but it is actually, like, really common for people to seek out comfort from things that hurt them. Maybe not immediately. Like, this is a little fast. But there is such a thing as, like, Stockholm Syndrome, or just, like, if you're abused by, like, your parent or a loved one, you can, like, really commonly be like, yeah, you just punched me in the face, and now you're trying to tell me I'm sorry and give me love, and it's okay. We don't want to think about it, but Richard and this little baby creature's relationship is starting off on not a great foot.
No. Someday. Did you kill my mom? Yeah.
I was hoping you weren't going to remember that.
I've been having these really weird dreams, and I feel like I can see you, but it's all fuzzy, and then my mother is gone.
And then I cry, and then I'm woken up. So he tries to leave this baby Gar again, and it follows him, and he yells at it like fucking Old Yeller.
Yeah, it just runs away.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't watch the movie. Because it's sad, and I don't like sad dog movies.
Yep.
Never mind. But then he yells at it about not having blood flies to find its own dinner, which, like, you killed its mom, bud.
Yeah. Well, it would have had that taken care of. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, he's throwing shade on this thing. He's like, you don't even have your own blood flies.
Yeah.
You're fucking useless. Little dumb Gar.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, he wasn't being mean. He feels bad for it now.
Yeah. And he has a horrible idea. He decides he's going to leave the dead woman to feed the baby. Because it needs to eat, and he has to dispose of a body. So, win-win.
I mean, yeah, it's not great. That really has to be heavy. Am I going to let this thing eat this dead body? But, I mean, she's a dead person, and she's not using it anymore, and...
I
mean, yeah, kinda. We eat shit all the time. It has to die for us to eat. So, I mean, yeah.
He does have a thought. He can't really judge because he does indulge in a little cannibalism here and there.
Oh.
And I mean, this thing isn't even like, he doesn't have a choice. Like, Richard chose to eat the person.
That's a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black, huh?
But the baby can't do it on its own. So Richard has to, like, cut a giant gash. Like, he has to dismaim
Get it
this
started.
body. One of those dis words, but whatever.
She's opened.
Yep. Yep. And then he walks back to camp real quick, listening to the chewing, and feels like shit.
Fingers in his ears. And then la 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 la, running through the woods.
Yeah, running. Knee to chest. When he gets back, Verna's doing horse stuff, and she's actually being, like, real cool to the horses.
Ah, it's starting to rub off on her.
Yeah, she's talking to him. She makes sure at one point that something isn't pinching the horses, which I feel like she wouldn't have done before. So, something is definitely changing in Verna because of what Richard asked her to do.
Richard is bringing out the best in Verna.
Yes.
He kind of has that effect on everybody.
Yes.
Some people make some people feel real creeped out. Richard just makes you the best you can be.
So she asks him what happened, and he tells her a real condensed version of everything we just told you. And she suggests that he goes and kills that baby because she's an asshole. And he tells her it's going to die anyways, so we don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, why go hunt it down and harm it? It's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have any blood flies.
And he also says that he couldn't let me close to it, and yeah, you killed the adult, so bullshit.
Right? I'm glad that you picked up on that, too. I was like, but you just told her you killed the big one. If you can kill the big one, you can kill the little one.
Yeah, that's like, duh.
No, you don't understand. He's short, but he's mean, dude.
That's what I'm thinking. He said I couldn't get near it. Was he intending to mean it was hopping around like a little... I don't even know what to describe it as. I could see it in my head. Bouncing around like a little fucker.
Like a bird does when they fight. They don't really fly away. If they're intent on fighting, they hop around and they're dancing like a boxer.
Jukes you out.
Yeah, he's not going to give you a free shot.
So maybe it was that then.
It could be that. I also feel like he meant it was mean and
that's what I thought he meant.
Very aggressive,
yeah.
So he couldn't get at it, which wouldn't really be a good excuse if he killed the big one. But
yeah.
I don't know.
So Richard asks why the guards haven't been around before now, and Verna tells him that she's been shielding against the blood flies and some other shit to keep the guards away and whatever else could come away from them.
Right. I like how she explains that she's trying to use the least amount of magic as possible so you can keep what you can in reserve.
Yeah.
Because this is something she has ongoing, regardless to whatever else she is doing. She also has to maintain this shield.
Now, immediately, my first thought when she was like, no, I'm just shielding against the blood flies and not the actual guards, was worry. I feel like Richard's first thought should have been shit.
But what if they see you, though?
Well, but also the little baby guard. We know the baby guard doesn't have blood flies. So, if he's worried about it following, it can.
Because it doesn't use the blood flies anyway.
Right. That would have been my immediate thought. Shit,
Yeah.
That little thing I just saved doesn't even have those things. It's going to be able to follow me, no problem.
It could just look. Or probably has great hearing, right? We talked about that can't see very well, but can hear. So, yeah, it can find you.
Yeah, so if she's not shielding against them, then it can get through the shield that she has, and it's not going to be a problem at all. So, just saying, Richard should have immediately been that's a problem. Richard apologizes to Verna once again about their sister's death and tells her that he prayed to the good spirits over them. So then Verna becomes the worst person. She thanks him and tells him how wrong he is to pray to anyone other than the Creator. But she's sure that he got it anyways.
And then I spit on it just for good measure.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Verna. I tried at least. Or do you think he just told her that and then didn't really?
I think he's a good person and he believes in giving the dead respect. So I think he probably did.
Okay, yeah.
But
I can see that.
She's literally throwing dirt on somebody else's beliefs.
Yeah,
So
like a non-denominational send-off, kind of hey, we just kind of did the basic, said some words, and that's essentially what he did.
Yeah.
And then she's saying, well, you did it wrong. Well, I did anything at all. How's that?
Yeah.
Sorry, middle finger rockets.
Richard thinks she sounds stupid anyways. He's met spirits. He knows that spirits are real. That's why he prayed to them. The Creator sounds like a fun children's story and doesn't sound fucking practical at all. And so he doesn't believe in it. That's why he doesn't like that she's spitting on what he believes, because he knows it's true. My question is, so the Keeper is real. We know the Keeper is real.
Yes.
And he kind of seems like a stand-in for the devil. Kind of? Sort of?
Yeah, I think it's all the same.
Or Hades.
He's that guy.
So I don't know why it seems so out of the realm of possibility that the Creator is real to Richard. He seems adamant that he does not. He thinks that's dumb.
I think it's more that these people have beliefs about what the Creator wants and what his intent is and what they have to do to serve him. I don't think Richard believes in any of that. I think he might very well believe in a Creator, but I think that this faction of people who are intent on doing his work here is off-putting to Richard, because he's like, no, you couldn't possibly know. The creator didn't actually tell you.
I'm trying to grasp Richard's spiritual belief system and how it functions within the reality of this world with what we know to be true, because not the same as religions here, because they know this shit is real because they've seen some of it.
Yes.
So it's not like a, oh, does God exist type thing or like whatever. It's like, I mean, they do. You can't argue about a lot of it.
Has actually seen spirits on the other side.
Right.
He has walked into a boundary between the two worlds and seen the other side. So, like, yeah, it's not a question if it exists. It does there.
Yeah. So I feel like that takes religion to a totally different area.
Yeah.
Either way, Richard knows he can't change what Verna believes, and he tries to give her the sword at this point. Because of the Gar situation, he's like, I'm fucking done with this. I don't want to remember the bad shit I do with the sword. And Verna doesn't accept it. Him offering the sword up is the only thing that would have kept her from taking it. It's tainted now. So by him being like, here, you can have it. She's like, nope, I'm good. But I thought she was good when he said it was given by a wizard, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't she?
She, yeah.
But I thought she was good on taking it after he said he was named. So this was a little bit confusing to me because it kind of seemed like she was still intending on trying to take the sword. Even after earlier when she was like, no, you can keep it now.
Maybe that's what her intent was. Like, okay, whatever, fine. Have your sword while we're traveling. Once we get back to the Palace of the Prophets, then we're going to take it from you anyways.
Okay.
But for now, I'll just let you keep it. But he was talking about, no, take it permanently, I feel like.
Yeah.
He was actually done being the Seeker, and he was going to try and walk.
But by him offering it now, I don't think she's going to try and take it once they're there either. Like, this has, like, cemented it for her that he is keeping it for the right reasons.
To me, this would prove to them he's a good person. He is the named Seeker. By all rights, that's his sword.
Right.
And all of your prophecy is saying that this guy is going to be really fucking important. So even if you do have to train him up, you should consider that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the guy.
He's the dude.
Yeah, whatever that means, I don't know, but he's the one. So fucking be on his good side, maybe?
Maybe. Verna tells him to chuck it in the fire. She doesn't really give a shit. She's not going to take it from him. And when she says that, Richard's like, no, that's dumb. And he, like, slams it back in his sheath, like, stupid woman. We're not going to throw it in the fire. What are you talking about?
If you don't eat the last piece of pizza, we're just going to throw it away. Well, I'm not hungry, but fuck that. Give me that pizza.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. He meant what he said when he gave it to her, but he was really relieved to have it back. He was, like, secretly hoping she wasn't going to take it.
Yeah.
And it's like his connection to home. It's his connection to Zed and, like, memories. So they saddle up, and as they sail away into the, well, not sail, as they ride away into the sun, he says a silent goodbye to baby Gar.
Until this point, you don't want a Gar to live, pretty much. Or at least if they're leaving our characters alone, they're fine. They're just out there kind of wherever, but there's little baby Gar. He might not make it, and that makes you sad.
Yeah, well, up till now, we've been introduced to them a couple times as just, like, these wild beasts, but we do know that they're smart, and they have some type of, like, cognitive reasoning there.
They can speak.
Yeah, they talk to Zed.
That's pretty major for me. If they can talk, then you're not talking about just another animal. It's like, it's a sentient being, I guess.
Yeah.
And that puts them in a different category than, like, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love my dog.
Yeah.
I am very good to my pets, but, like, it's more human-like that.
Right. They can have relationships and lives and all that shit. So, yeah, I don't know. Takes it to a different level. And that is where we leave Richard and Verna and baby Gar. And if you had any thoughts about how this episode went, or just baby Gar in general, if you just want to tell us that he's really super fucking cute, then I would love to hear that too. You can email us at podcastatt@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at All the Things. You can find us on Instagram at @PodcastATT and on Twitter @podcast_ATT. You can send us a voicemail or a text at our phone